So here we are. Laughter, joy, and loneliness, and yes, and yes, and yes. Look at me. I'm in tatters. I am shattered. I started a poem in 2020 before stupid habit died, and I hadn't learned a thing. I put it down because it got distant fast. Something was gross. I guess I was relieved.
Hello, car. And oh, I know you casual and bare and frustrated. Share path dumb because distort and private and bullet. Mutual numb because remove and roll cage and buffer. Bold like an underwear. Say otherwise, me dead meat walkin'. Hello, car, and oh, I know you, baby, because you'll always learn one day, and be sad then after people have died. Hello, car, and oh, I know you to my intention to belittle you with what I refer to as poetry is for your sake. Hello, car, and oh, I know you kryptonite is sidewalk, because at you on limit breakin' problem, like prefer you nothing to do and me too because of it, like toilet and magic flush, or fines on litter. Hello, car, and oh, I know you loosen my groin, as you gas your pedal with aggression past my vulnerable able, like stop and turn because you are lost, like you win because you are life-consuming, you stupid fuck.
I guess I'll go back if I have to because walk again and normal. Work and work for love and yes, ain't you hungry for success? It does! Because the ends will decorate, because no duh, people's places there. Last things are possessions is proof. I wrote something along those lines last time we were here. Specifically with my love in an election, and now more of one.
Jolly, jolly friend who required no word. Dude in headphone in rain plows says, you are dedicated, at volume sarcastic. Old lady accepts every piece of lit available. Another ain't around because her mother is sick. What the hell is this districting bullshit? Dog bounces her head, ties legs with its leash. Well, of course I vote your wife. Many grumpy men say hello or thank you under breath on second of 2 opportunities. Other people relegated themselves to zone as well. Man from a giant nothing came to save them, brings another with impossible smile. They offer discomfort for wrong face on paper. And the kids, holding just a picture of her will bring love. I was a more lovable person. I am strong enough to smile at man says, that's where I am after I, Wild West. Easy to remember jolly, jolly friend who require no word when after flood renting shit. Still men talk teaching women, still old talk teaching young. Still white negotiating black, is token a radical. Still backing sacking your personal. Liars lying, allies make workin' work. Still organizing foreign faction. Still everyone's Sundaying for nothing.
Pride and joy and greed and yes, that's what makes our town the best. Pride and joy and dirty dreams and still survive and own the streets. And look at me! Don't you know the crime rate is going up, 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 up? To live in this town, you must be tough, 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 tough. Or not.
Goes nowhere but deeper in the effect, like practice or service to same, or service to react to same like tides. Most things don't work out so clear. I end up keep things on. I get creative spirit as vision with at least a reason. I've been convinced to abandon some instinct by people with many reason practical to refrain from jump to remove bone from body. I cave to them like cavern poisonous, black and lodged in my face. I remember my mother shake her head when I said to me, "You lose it to remind you to own you owe yours to sense remainder." Body whole is not complicated. It says no word and makes no sound. It does not target an exclusive audience. There are no complementary events to be billed or starring roles to be cast. Actors in droves will tell you otherwise. Do not shame their unemployment. Body whole is to be seen to be believed, because it is impossible to televise. It will have to live forever to exist.
This summer did, though, for once, jump a fucking booger in the ass if we were all together. Alongside the projection of ourselves for free world, I too consumed mirror and double reflection from still the loudest and most judgmental. Going you.
Your guilt is phenomenal. It will sustain your task and manufacture when motive is rest. Your guilt is linear. You prove there never is normal. Every trust broken and forever not together, every bond of scar and appropriation. Your guilt is fear of desire, not of desire, but of desire to intend, to strangle casual and be the same like every other. What would you desire? Your guilt is new, don't look same. It don't sound, smell, or compound like familiar. Your guilt is control, says difficult. Its language limited, elementary, and ineffective. Because control is with words, it is difficult. Your guilt is words arrange relief, conditioned to value confidence over experience, and to project place before engagement. Pride, fear, and convenience, too, is to survive. Your guilt is intend because new is ever present. You intend to not limit palate to taste, to feel no to articulate with words experience, and to do so before expecting institution to. Your guilt is not work for free, but does share better our imbalance. Your guilt is something and nowhere to say, because distortion of rock and hard place, because intend to iron your intention frock. Your guilt is remove evil is to believe in evil, and so is value comfort in ridding self of evil, like as possible, like to sheath or say, not mine, or rather like often, mine. As option is to have option is to preserve comfort, and to preserve comfort is not this has to stop. Your guilt is capital good by good, like trust in any time now, then spend distinct and like enunciate. Your guilt is pee your pee into the bowl because where it's ever been is guilty. Your guilt is good idea, and reach it forward like say, trust, and let me reach me forward, like artists are plumbers waitin' for shit. Your guilt is quick like summary, save lazy summer afternoon, because let love stain is simple like tally. Your guilt is like older brother, his limbs longer, yours and you to it swinging, exhaustively, Need because you know he knows you're young. Your guilt is feel burden because with comfort is real, not because you have grief. Your guilt is still point of judgment you can understand.
Rats on the west side, bedbugs uptown. What a mess. This town's in tatters. I've been shattered. My brain's been battered, splattered all over.
Give 'em money to buy goods while they hide in fear an impossible reckoning. They'll love you for bringing them into factory and for centralizing their needs to your design. You'll have ensured power as truth and idea as transient luster. Settle thy vacant innards with delusions of courage and the cheapest of ironies. Appear inconsistent, even unstable, still standing, having told them so. There is poem of symbolist action and divination rampant. To cheat is to make martyr, to make art of possible and narrative fluid. To own it is to two-side it, is to justice as yours.
This town's full of money grabbers. Go ahead, take a bite. Don't mind the maggots. Shadooby! Pile it up! High on the platter!